if you were to grab the stylus pen from the Galaxy Note series and add it to the Galaxy S series, meaning you will actually make it where it will be built-in capable with the device like we do with the Galaxy Note phones, what would you call this device? Will it still be a Galaxy S series or would it be a Galaxy Note series? As you guys know, Samsung did not release a Galaxy Note 21. There were a lot of speculations whether Samsung was just gonna scrap the whole model and just get rid of it. Many of us who are Note fans and know the Note community, we know that Samsung is not just gonna get rid of the Note phone. Samsung is probably one of the companies in the world that has or was able to come up with an S Pen as good as the pen that we have for the Galaxy Note phone. So that's a feature that's not gonna go away. We also know that the Galaxy S series has pretty much become the Note series, right? The only difference between those two models or those two series is the S Pen. That's pretty much it. We already know, some of us that know the history, we know that when the S series came out, the phones were smaller, they were not as powerful, and of course they didn't have a stylus pen. When the Note series came out, that's what differentiated that S series from the Note series, right? The Note device had a larger screen size, they were more powerful, and of course it came with the S Pen. But over the years, especially towards the last 2 to 3 years, the S series pretty much now looks like the Note series. If you look at both of the devices, there's not much of a difference. To me, if you were to ask me in a nutshell, how can I describe the difference? Of course, Note will have an S Pen, but if you were to give the two devices an S Pen, what else will it be different, right? Cameras are pretty much the same. When it comes to the hardware, how fast, how powerful those two devices or those two series are, they're pretty much the same. The main difference is the feel or the form factor of the phone. The Galaxy Note series, they tend to be more square or more flat on the top, on the bottom, or they feel more sharp on the edges. When it comes to the S series, they're a little bit more rounded off on the corners and on the top and on the bottom. Aside from that, both of the devices are very much alike. Going back to what's going to happen next year with the Galaxy Note, I mean, it does pretty much seems like we won't be seeing the Note or the Note brand, and it kind of makes sense, right? Samsung probably wants to go ahead and consolidate their flagships, especially now that they got the Galaxy Fold, which seems to be the next big thing that they want to focus on. And I feel like they also don't want to get rid of the S series because that is their most popular device, the S series. Consolidating those two devices, the Note and the S, kind of makes sense at this point since they pretty much are the same. And for some of us or most of us, we don't care what they call it. As long as we continue getting the S Pen, that's what really matters. And I feel like that's what's going to happen, right? Especially right now with the chip shortages that we have around the world. Companies, automakers, graphics card, you name it, right? Pretty much any hardware that requires chips, they're struggling. And that makes sense that Samsung is going to do that. And hopefully early next year, when Samsung releases the S series, we're going to actually get our Note series that we didn't get this year, but we'll see. Once Samsung does the merge where the S series will be the Note pretty much, I think they're going to have a lot of sales, especially if they release it early next year. We don't have any confirmation as of a date. It could be early January, February. But, many people that didn't upgrade to the Galaxy Note 21 because they didn't release one, like me, I still have the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra. Every year I've been getting the new Notes, even if I don't need it, I just get it. Right now, those phones are pretty powerful that you can use them for a couple of years and you don't have to worry about having to upgrade. I think in one of my last videos, I kind of talk about that eventually I felt like Samsung, and I basically merged both of the devices or the S series, because that's pretty much what it is, right? It's the same device. Main difference was a little bit of difference in the form factor and the S Pen. Other than that, to me, I didn't see the benefit of having two similar phones released twice a year. But now that we're going to have that combination, that's great news. Another thing to point out, I don't think all the Galaxy S22 models that they're going to release are going to have the S Pen. I think from what I would see on the leaks, it's only going to be one, which is probably going to be just the S22 Ultra. They haven't confirmed the name, but that sounds like it's what it's gonna be. Let me know in the comment section below, guys. Hopefully I'll make more videos. I have another video coming up with the case that I've been using on the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra, and I'll see you on the next video.